Unclean, a very popular topic of conversation, especially these days.
That's correct. Today we're going to talk about 3 most common areas left unclean by previous homeowners. Stay tuned. Hello guys, my name is John Moses with Integrity Real Estate Group, your trusted real estate agent in San Antonio and surrounding cities, and I'm so excited because I do have a very special guest.
Hello, I'm Amanda. I'm the proud owner of Celestial Quality Cleaning Service, and I'm so excited to talk to you about the 3 areas that are often left unclean by previous owners. 1, drawers and cabinets. All right, John, so why do you think that sellers often forget to clean out their cabinets and drawers?
It's actually, honestly, it makes a lot of sense because there's so many things that go on when you're selling a property, taking care of the property, make sure it's clean as possible, but then you have to worry about the numbers and there's a lot of variables thrown at your way. So it does really make sense why things would be left in the cabinets. But most important, what is the impact?
That's a very good question. So the reason it's important that when you're buying a previous home that you look in the drawers and cabinets is you don't want to be surprised by a mess left behind. There have been lots of times where I've gone to clean a make-ready home and there are handfuls of things left by previous owners. It can range from a big mess to everyday items.
Definitely. Can you give us like an example of something you've probably seen that is probably left behind that can potentially even damage the property?
Yeah, so for example, they often leave like their house cleaning products and those can be some harsh chemicals. So if they've been knocked over and spilled, it can cause permanent damage to the floors. Another one is people will brush their teeth and they'll put their toothbrushes in their cabinets and their toothpaste, and those can cause welts from water damage. So we see that a lot too. We've also seen some personal items left behind, and you don't want to be the person who has to get rid of those items. It can be very awkward.
If you're under contract now and your final walkthrough, definitely do your due diligence for that. So
Check your cabinets.
2, baseboards and window seals.
So these are your most neglected items in any house. Like even think about your own home. When was the last time that you went and gave your baseboards and your window sills a good deep scrub? Probably been a bit.
One thing is that there is time behind that dirt.
For example, there are people who have never touched their baseboards or their window sills. And why does this impact you when you're buying a house is, well, now you've inherited all that dust that's collected. And what happens is when there's layers and layers and layers of dust, it can cause discoloring. But it also means that there's going to be a lot of scrubbing involved for you in getting that dust and those window sills cleaned. When we buy a new house, we want to make sure that we kind of want to forget that someone previously owned that home. And so your window sills and baseboards, although they're often not glanced at, they can make the biggest difference in making a home yours.
I guarantee you, I challenge you guys right now. If you're living in a property, it doesn't matter where you're living at. Look at your floorboards. If they're dirty, clean them. First of all, acknowledge how hard it is to clean those things. But when you do, you'll see a difference. Because when you can see those lines, those pretty straight lines in your house, it does go a long way.
Yes, beautiful crown molding makes the biggest difference in a home. 3, AC vents. AC vents are very important to take a look at when you're purchasing a new home. Again, just like with the baseboards, you're inheriting that mess that's left behind with that. So this is another area that people don't ever think about. They could live in their home for 25 years and never think about going and putting a cloth to their AC vents. So what does this mean for you? This means that you inherit the smell that's left behind. So if they have animals and that fur's been caught in there, or if they were smokers, that smell gets caught in those AC vents. So you want to make sure that they've been wiped down. Also, it's good for your allergies because if there's layers and layers and dust in those AC vents, when the air pushes through them, it's releasing all of that dust and you're breathing all of that in.
Do you have any recommendations?
First recommendation is, since you're inhaling that in, you want to make sure that you're using a cleaning product that's not toxic. You can use an all-purpose cleaner that's all natural, or you can even just use some warm water and some Dawn. You want to go in there with a toothbrush or maybe a microfiber cloth and wipe down each one individually.
One thing that's actually starting to become a little bit popular, but obviously things that are new you want to be a little more aware of. What are your thoughts on those smelling good fragrances that they put attached to their vents or whatever the case is?
They do smell good. for sure. But they can cause a lot of issues with your allergies. This is the same for wall plug-ins that have fragrance. That's why they tell you when you have a baby to not have those in the nursery, because they can cause a lot of issues with your allergies. So I do not recommend using those.
Definitely. Great tips. We do hope y'all enjoyed these 3 most common areas left unclean by previous owners. Yes, guys, these are pre-owned homes, brand new construction homes, brand spanking new homes, still have things that you do want to be aware of. If you're interested in those topics, definitely let us know in the comments below. We'll make a separate video discussing those details. For more information, contact me at 210-601-0204, John Moses, Integrity Real Estate Group. And for additional services on cleaning and that'll answer all your questions, including some products that you can actually use that are safe for you and your children, you can always reach out to
Celestial Quality Cleaning Service. You can call or text at 210-877-4387 or reach out to us here.
old friends and new.